Hey guys, how's it going? So quick update on my rehab. So 10 months ago, I snapped my tendon in my bicep and I had to have a surgery. So I'm trying to paint a picture here for people who don't know. So snapped my tendon in my bicep 1st of August and went back and forth with the NHS. They said I don't need to operate because it's not going to affect my life. And me being me, did my own research, talked to people, I realized that's bullshit. So I flew to Romania and I had the surgery done there privately. So since the day of my injury to the day of the surgery took around 6 weeks, okay? And so I had the surgery in September and now 9 months later, I'm still rehabbing. So I'm trying to kind of walk you through the processes and how I felt and where I'm now, okay? So first 3 weeks after the surgery, very horrible because I had to keep my arm in a sling and I couldn't move it, couldn't do anything. Washing dishes, even cooking, washing. So when you go in the shower, my arm had to be here. So I couldn't shower properly. Even doing the bed, that was a nightmare. You put one corner and you try to go to the other side, put the other corner using one hand, and it will come off and it's just tough. Couldn't drive, so very tough for the first 3 weeks and I was still in pain, so shoulder felt very sore. Sling came off, so that made things easier, but because I didn't use my arm, my shoulder started to be very stiff, so I couldn't lift my arm, everything felt so tight. So I started doing private physiotherapy, started seeing this lady. She looked after me and we're working on the full range of motion to make sure I get my movement back. I did that for 3 months, around 3 months, made loads of progress, everything felt good. In the meantime, I wasn't doing any weights on this side. So this side, the good side, I started pushing. I tried to keep the training on this side exactly as before. So still doing single arm presses over the head, curls, bend over rows. Everything stayed the same because I wanted to keep this side active. And after around 3 months, I started lifting very lightly, like 1-2 kilos, kind of keep the muscle going, get some blood flow in my arm, lift the shoulder, so lateral raises, front raises, presses, but very lightly, probably, as I said, 1-2 kilos, okay? So it felt tough, but in my head, I was thinking, I just need to be patient. I need to crack on with my rehab and just wait because one day it's going to feel better and I can start training properly again, okay? And I think I turned a corner 4 months after my surgery. So when I went away and I started doing push-ups, that's when everything changed because push-ups, I can work most of my upper body. And yeah, I started getting a pump in my arm. Obviously this side lost loads of muscle mass, same with my shoulder, so same with my pec. And once I started doing push-ups and it felt fine and safe, things have changed. So that was in December. But before that, I was basically even leaning against the wall, holding a high plank or on the floor as a push-up position, so holding a high plank just to kind of strengthen the shoulder. So December, started doing push-ups, came back, so went away, came back, I finished my holiday. I started increasing the weight. So I went from 1-2 kilos to 7-8 kilos. And again, I was so reluctant because yeah, everything was kind of feeling stiff. I was just being very cautious not to snap again. So 7-8 kilos, curls, lateral raises, front raises, presses, chest press. Chest press always felt safer than anything else, okay? Because I was trying to kind of only isolate on my pec, okay? So try not to use any shoulder, but yeah. So, and yes, so I was carrying on this side, same weights as before my injury, because there's some receptors on this side that even when you work this side, they still get information and they still work. It's not the same as working both sides, but you still benefit from working on one side. And now, fast forward 9 months. So if before I was bench pressing 120, 130 kilos for reps, for 10, 12 reps. Now I'm around 100 kilos for 10 reps. And every week I'm trying to gradually increase the weight. So if this week I do 100, it felt okay. And if the next day I don't get any pain in my shoulder, next week I'm gonna add 102 kilos. And again, if it feels okay, 105, and I keep increasing the weight. So from 130 now to 100, that's on the bar, so barbell chest press. With the weights, with the dumbbells, now one side is 46, 48, 50, depends. And this side I managed to do the other day 38 kilos, and that felt fine. 12 reps, felt fine. Dumbbells feel easier. Strict military press, 60 kilos. That I'm very impressed with that. Before I was probably around 72, 75, but I was using the leg slightly, so I'm happy with that. Strict 60 kilos. Lateral raises, so as I mentioned, this side stayed the same, so 18, 20, 22 kilos on this side, the good side. This side I managed now to do 16. I can do 16 kilos comfortably, probably even 18. Front raises, I'm more cautious with that because of the rotation. So with that, one side it's 18, 20 kilos, the other side 14, 16. So still a tiny gap, but I'm going to catch up. Bend over rows, 60, 70, even 80 kilos I managed. So back seems fine. Pull-ups. So first I started with the assisted pull-ups. You go to the gym, you got the assisted pull-ups. You put your knees on the pad and you take weight off your own weight. So we started with that. That became too easy, and now I use a resistant band, which takes around 15, 20 pounds off your own weight, and I do that. One set I use the band, one set I don't. So I'm happy with the pull-ups, but I'm sure it's okay, but I'm very conscious of the full range of motion. So when I stretch fully, yeah, I feel the bicep stretching. I'm sure it's okay, but I'm very cautious, okay? So that's fine. Everything, I would say I'm around 85, 90% back. And I'm glad I didn't rush the process. So every day I've been cautious, doing isolation work as well. So hold 2 dumbbells for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and just I'm trying to strengthen my tendons back. Okay. The only thing is, so I'm back and doing jiu-jitsu 2-3 times a week. So jiu-jitsu is amazing, but I'm very conscious of people yanking my arms. So if somebody goes for an armbar, Americana, Kimura, that's on this side, that can be an issue because it takes one quick yank and it can bring me back to square one. So luckily my partners are great, and I always mention to them, I'll rather tap straight away. I don't care. It's not going to bruise my ego. But that's the only thing. When I do weights, I can control. I control the weight going up. I control the weight going down. But when you spar, when you go full contact, it's different. You need to be careful with people's energy. So in jiu-jitsu, I can frame. I can do everything else apart from defending this arm. And I'm happy. I'm very happy for the fact that I can train. That's so important to me. So, look, do I regret doing the surgery? No. Yeah, I had to pay for my own money, but I'm glad I did it. This is my livelihood. I've been training since I was 13. For me, it's very important to be functional. It's very important to have my strength back and be able to train properly. So I would say if I can go back and change anything, no. The only thing, as you guys can see, is the scar. So because I started physiotherapy straight away, the wound, the scar didn't heal properly, and my physiotherapist started massaging that side, it didn't heal properly. So as you can see the scar. It's not a tiny scar. I don't care. For me, that's a medal. Yeah, I don't know. Almost 19 years of training, and I only have one major injury. Fuck that. Nothing. It's a small price to pay for all these years. The reason I'm doing this video is because somebody on YouTube messaged me and asked some questions because they've been following my videos, my rehab videos, and said, okay, where are you now? So if you go through this, if you injured yourself, if you had bicep tenodesis, take your time. Realize it's a matter of time. You're going to improve. If you're careful, you're going to improve. Don't do things that set you back. Be patient. And yeah, listen to other people as well. If you're not knowledgeable on how to train, get somebody to train you, okay? Get a professional, get a personal trainer, train in a safe manner, because this can bring you back another year if you're not careful, okay? So as you guys can see, mass wise, I think now the arms are the same. As I said, I lost loads of mass after the surgery, and yes, now same. Yeah, tricep all good. This side, pec feels fine as well in comparison. Yes, so as long as if I get to 100% with my strength as I used to be, it's fine. But again, I'm gonna take my time. There's no rush. My purpose is to move and be able to train properly. If you're taking another 6 months, another year, that's fine, okay? Hope this helps, guys. If you have any other questions, please shoot. All right, safe training. Hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. See you later.